Maintenance, the secret sauce to keep your body balanced. Okay, so this is quite possibly one of the hardest things for people to do. As a coach, it's one of the hardest, whether I'm working with athletes, whether I'm working with Gen Pop, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows how to lose weight. Everybody knows how to gain weight, clearly. Nobody knows how to maintain weight. That is why, whether we're doing aggressive, whether I do sustainable, whether you work with me one-on-one, like I really, really try and teach you, empower you, and to find your plan. And everybody expecting, like, I must change their plan every week. No, you must. When you work with me one-on-one. How must I know what your diet is? You got to tell me. But I think, if I look at the industry as a whole, and coaches, they work with 100 clients, 200 clients, and it's not mathematically possible to give the amount of attention needed, answer all the questions, and the individualized coaching. I mean, this was a kickstart. This is about as close to a copy and paste as it should be, Yet everything I did was almost customized, like it was individualized. And I didn't mind, there was a lot of extra work, and I think the main thing I was disappointed on was just not delivering on a lot of the slick packaging, which I've been trying to get into my coaching. It's hard to compete with these influencers, all I've got is a brain. Whether that's a good one or a bad one, whether it means something or not, or whether I can communicate it well, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of challenges facing us as coaches at the moment, and especially the good ones. Like I've spent millions on education, on the experience to get to where I am, and I still don't know all the answers. The more I know, the less I know. I don't know how to put that better, but everybody who's heard that saying knows exactly what I mean. And I've got ADHD. I think everybody knows that. If you hadn't, I hope you picked it up by now. So I bounce around. So I did that that recording the other night, and wow, it was fantastic. I tore up the script, and I just was me. I was just honest and open, and just, I always am, but there was no script, there was no nerves, it was just, and I came up with a system that nobody's ever suggested before, that may work for some of you, not all of you, some of you. So let's first define maintenance. Okay, what is it? Okay, so maintenance is play my teleprompter, very fancy, eh? Maintenance is the secret sauce to keeping your body balanced. Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine, working to stay in balance. The amount of energy or calories you take in every day determines whether your body stays in its current shape or goes on an adventure to change. So in other words, to change, do I want to lose weight? Do I want to gain muscle tissue? All those things require different caloric intakes. We were in a deficit now. And that deficit between maintenance and what you're eating, oh shush. That difference between deficit and maintenance, those calories, that's fat loss. You know, when I said embrace the challenge, if you felt hunger, that's a good thing. If you stumbled and you failed and you failed, that's a good thing. When did you ever learn anything about life going well? We always learn when things go wrong. Always. You know, it's, and I hope everybody sees that as what my motivation is behind these aggressive kickstarts, because kickstarts are going to deal with different things. Fat loss is going to be the main theme, okay? Sustainable dieting I'm going to push. And wow, if you get sustainable dieting, and it starts with maintenance. Sorry, I'm playing with my torch. If you crack maintenance in a way that you enjoy eating, and you must understand that maintenance is an equilibrium between how much activity you do per day, how much, and that includes your life. You know, somebody who, me, for example, I'm sitting here playing with a pen that's got a torch. It's one of my paramedic pens. I keep them about, okay? So when I'm on camera, I'm nervous. So I usually play with this, usually off screen. So I'm a fidgeter. Now, if you fidget all day, the difference in how much calories you burn over the course of a day is 800 more than somebody who doesn't. So when somebody says to me, oh, you know, that person can eat whatever they want and they stay skinny, they've got a fast metabolism. No, they don't. Your metabolism, you know, the variance between person to person, if we're talking about your basal metabolic rate, in other words, God forbid you're in a coma and I'm the one feeding you to keep you alive. And the only thing that I've got to feed you is what's going to keep your respiratory system alive, your cellular turnover, etc. There's no blinking of the eyes. There's no movement whatsoever. That is basal metabolic rate. And, you know, the difference between that and somebody who fidgets is 800 calories. That's Nando's chicken strips and rice. And you've got 50 calories to lick a spoon after that, you know? Now, everybody thinks it's boring because I always want to go for maintenance and find out where it is. But when you find it and you've got it just right and you understand the concept, it's like finding the sweet spot in a game where you're neither losing health nor are you gaining extra weight. You're just cruising along in a state of equilibrium, and it's all thanks to the energy you fuel your body with. So let's break it down. Maintenance is the amount of energy, yes, those calories, the alcohol, everything that your body needs to maintain its current composition. Composition means body fat versus non-body fat. Let's say muscle. This means if you're happy with where you're at, you're going to want to eat just enough to keep your body in this perfect, balanced state. Not too much, not too little. Think of it like feeding your pet dragon. Just the right amount of food to keep it strong, but not too much that it starts breathing fire on every day. Now there's a little catch. Maintenance doesn't mean you can eat like a hobbit. at second breakfast every day and expect your body to say the same. Your body needs a certain amount of energy, but that's only part of the equation. To truly keep things balanced, we have to account for all kinds of factors that affect your body's energy needs. Like how active you are, how much you sleep, your metabolism, and even how much stress is playing on your mental jukebox. It's like trying to balance on a seesaw. If one side is off, the whole thing gets wobbly. At its core, maintenance is governed by a principle that sounds a bit like something you do in science. Class, the law of averages over time. Fancy, ne? But it's not complicated. Basically, the law of averages says that over time, everything averages out. If you've ever checked your calories and noticed some days you eat more than other days, and on other days you eat less, and you don't panic like you all do, it's all good, because in the end, your body averages it out. Like a fun roller coaster of calories. Your body isn't going to freak out over a few dips or climbs. It's the long-term ride that matters. You didn't suddenly get fat. It's the long-term excess. So let's make it even clearer. When we talk about maintenance, we're talking about finding that ideal balance where your energy input, food, and energy output, your daily activities, and your metabolism, your BMR, meet. It's like being the maestro of a grand symphony. Every section, calories in, calories out, needs to harmonize just right to create a beautiful, balanced performance. When all the instruments play together, you stay in that magical spot where your body composition stays the same. No need for any wild changes unless, of course, you're aiming to level up or down your body game. But here's the cool part. Even though maintenance is about staying steady, it doesn't have to be boring or static. It's about understanding how to fuel your body for your lifestyle that you lead and finding a rhythm. That's right, a rhythm that suits you. It's like adjusting your playlist. Some days you need to chill. And other days you need upbeat tracks to get you moving. Your energy needs to shift depending on how much you're on the go, how much sleep you're catching, and the fun or the chaos of daily life. And don't forget, the key is consistency. Your body doesn't care about one-off days where you ate a whole pizza and missed your workout. It's about the averages over time. If you routinely miss your workouts and routinely eat a pizza, that's your average. So, of course, you are going to, anyway. So if you're enjoying a few more treats here and there, no sweat. As long as you find that sweet maintenance balance, your body will thank you by staying in its groove. So maintenance isn't some magic number or rigid rule. It's a fun, ongoing experiment where you discover what keeps your body in that perfect state of balance. Sometimes you go on holiday. Sometimes you're at socials. That's why I don't put cheat meals down. You know, everybody's got a unique lifestyle. And knowing that the ups and downs of your energy intake will all even out in the end. And when you've mastered it, your body composition will stay exactly where you want it to be. But keep playing, keep experimenting, keep dancing. Most importantly, keep having fun with it. You know, and that's kind of I try to get a message across, during this one. By embracing the challenge, as I said, you had to embrace the hunger. You had to learn how to cook. And I wrote another article today because apparently I have to do the social media stuff. So I wrote one on the menstrual cycle. It's leaking. Too long, too technical. Okay, I broke that one down. Now it was a follow-up. So now I'm going to take that menstrual cycle and I'm going to, and let me tell you something, like the menstrual cycle is possibly the most uncomfortable thing to talk to a woman about, because I understand it very well. And I used to tell them, I deal with 89 a month, you deal with one. So I don't understand it on the physical level and the emotional level, but I do understand it on a level. Understand what hormones are doing, understand what it's doing to your scale weight, and how it destroys diets. Wow, is there one thing that destroys diets? It's a menstrual cycle. But it is so good for you. Like seriously, if I lose a cycle, of a competitive athlete, I beat myself up about it. No, seriously. Because coaches are cool. They pull the trigger hard. 16 weeks out, 22 weeks out from a comp. And I'm not okay with that, Get to comp time, they haven't had a period for 6 months. That's not cool. Really isn't. And because estrogen, for example, it plays such a big effect in muscle remodeling and your insulin sensitivity. It's the very reason you live 7 years longer than men. When's from below, man? Who knew? So, I'm going to show you something quickly. Do you want me to tell you that idea that I wiped out? Okay. I was going to say, have you got time? But there's about 4 people that are actually going to watch this. And please don't share it. This is me. It's embarrassing to talk anyway. And I'm not doing this to a script. I'm just making shit up as I go. Apologies for my French. This was something that me and Jen tried to do to explain averages over time. I'm going to play it for you. I'll be in the corner looking at this. Okay. So let's say you're going through a fat loss phase. You surely know that you need to be in an energy deficit, and that consistently maintaining that calorie deficit over time and not just a single day is what matters. Let's break it down. If maintenance calories are set at 2,000 a day and fat loss calories are set at 1,500 a day, your weekly deficit is 3,500 calories per week, which equals 1 pound, which is 454 grams of fat. 7,700 calories equals 1 kilo. Okay, back to you. So there's your maintenance. You know what I mean? The red line, 2,000. Now let's say we drop to 1,200 calories on Monday through Friday. Look at that one. And then you suddenly go up on, I think I missed something there. And then you suddenly go up. Where was it? You suddenly go up. It's from the actual diagram. There. Okay. I'm going to pause it there. So if you dropped your calories, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, you've bought yourself, because you've increased your deficit to 700 per day from Monday to Friday. which means that this can go over. And this can go over. But when I add this together, divided by 7, we equal 1,500. That is the averages over time. And that's 1 week. Okay. Averages over time, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. You know, these 12-week transformations, no. Yeah. You could lose a lot and you can do, you know, and the thing is, if you've got a lot to lose and you lose like a substantial amount and people don't notice it because there's a lot to lose, and I can almost feel like how destroying that is, because I've had body dysmorphia my whole life. And yet you'll get somebody who hasn't got much to lose and they lose like 3 kilos and they look like their whole body's changed. The benefit, though, is I'm building your body underneath there. And it's one of the few situations where I can add muscle and drop fat at the same time, is when you've got enough fat storage to allow me to do so. And that's, this was another video me and Steph did a long time ago.
One of the first things I've noticed whenever I get new female clients signing on is that a lot of the feedback is I don't want to do weight training because I build muscle incredibly fast, especially they tell me that their legs grow incredibly crazily. When you start to do something new type of training, a new set of sport-specific training, you are going to get an inflammatory response in the muscle, so you're going to retain a bit more water inside the muscle's going to swell, and because you are new at this, your body fat is still there, and that's still because you haven't been in your calorie deficit for a while, it's going to slowly shrink. So at first you're going to feel like you are actually putting on size, and that is a very temporary state.
Okay. So let me just hit you with the reality there, if I can. So the average guy who's doing everything right, I mean everything, he's eating at maintenance, let's say 300 calorie surplus, he's pushing heavy weight, he's resting, he's recovering, he's sleeping. The only thing he doesn't do is he doesn't like do roids, you know, that creatine stuff. And how much does he gain per year? 250 grams of muscle tissue. Goodness, that's depressing. I can help somebody lose 40 to 50 kilograms of fat over a year, but I can help somebody gain 250 to 300 grams of muscle. So ladies, please push hard, push heavy. You know, if I have to see another lady carrying like 236 kilogram kids in their arms, 5 grocery bags, open a door, and then in the gym they're curling 2 kilogram pink weights, I'm like, really? Really? You are so much stronger than you think. Just stop doing that. So I hope you know what maintenance is. Now, I'm going to quickly give you an overview. Now that you understand the law of averages over time, what if I did this? I'm trying to get this stupid teleprompter off. Okay, what if I do this for you? And I say, okay, Your maintenance is 2,000 calories. It's not. Most of you, your maintenance is 2,422. I think, Carisha, sorry, yours is like 1,8. But you're such a tiny human being. But let's say 2,000 calories as an average. I mean, I've got bikini ladies that weigh 58 that are on 3,620. Okay. So, 2,000 calories times 7, 14,000 a week. We all together on that? Times 4 weeks. I've got to get a calculator for that. I'm not that clever. $56,000 over 28 days. Okay. Let's go 2,000 times 30. 60,000. Okay. So I've got two ways of doing this. Let's go by week. I'm going to say to you, now this excludes Claire, Dallas, please don't shoot me. I will be training. Jamie, you so much fitter than I am. I wish. I was that fit. And this doesn't apply to you because when I deal with athletes and when I deal with, I'm so specialized with your diets to fuel performance, you know, but for everyone else, like 99% of the population. What if I said to you, Claire, Panameva, or anybody, you got 14,000 calories a week, and I'm going to give you a journal. On that journal, I'm going to give you 4 blockies to tick. First blockie, I want you to have at least 4 meals a day that contain 25 or more grams of protein, complete protein. Okay, so whether you're vegan, you combine, whether you're a meat eater, myself, you can complete 4 times a day. Doesn't really matter that much, but that's the understood, accepted best way to maintain muscle and grow muscle. Not the amount, that's the lowest amount. Because 25 grams is 15 grams of essential amino acids, is 2.7 to 3.2 grams of leucine, the trigger that triggers hypertrophy. So what if I said to you, okay, that's your minute 4 times a day. And give me 30 grams, 35 grams of fiber, of a variety of sources, you know. Bananas one type of fiber, apples another, sweet potatoes another, couscous is another. Over a week, give me about 30 different varieties and give me about 30 grams a day. And then use the little tricks that I've tried to teach you. That sunshine in the morning, okay, with the hydration mix. Man, let's just start the day on the front foot before you reach for a tablet. So if you lose 2 liters overnight, average, let's say it's not that bad, you lose 1.5. This is 400 mils of water mixed with a sachet of Revive. I buy these when I can find them. They make 2 liters. Ooh, let's do it the other way around. What do you do it upside down? Something like that. I don't know. But you can use WaterAid, whatever. It makes 2 liters. 400 mils. So you wake up, you go and pee. I don't know what I do. You go walk to your scale, which should be on a towel, not carpet, not wood. towel, you weigh yourself, you don't even care, you jot it down in your journal, and you follow that principle. And then you say, okay, I'm going to have some veg per day, and I'm going to have a fruit today, So I'm not going to try and fill my day with crap, I'm going to try and meet my macronutrients, but you're not worried about hitting 2,000 calories. One day might be one, like generally Monday, you might hit 1.5. You've obviously come from a rough weekend, or you've eaten more than normal, because that's everyone's problem. Tuesday, you stuck 1.8. Wednesday, boss is in a bad mood, eh? Sales are down. The Zempic Dizipatize taking all my work away. Thankfully, that's going to bring me a lot of work back, because I know a lot about it, and I've studied it, and there's a lot you need to know with it. I digress. Thursday, 2,000. Friday. We always think Friday we're going to nail it, eh? But Friday, the boss goes, can't give you a bonus at the end of the year. But here's a Prager roll. God forbid it's somebody's birthday, like every day. So you hit about 2.8. But there's no guilt associated with that. That's what I'm getting rid of. Because when you've got guilt, shame, I failed, diets only start on a Monday, I binge all weekend, cycle continues. And you never go anywhere. This stops that. So let's say you've done that. Do you know that leaves you 3,815 calories for a Saturday and a Sunday to eat? And you'll lose the same amount of weight because of the law of averages over time. You can't cheat physics. Just can't. So as much as I've always said, fat loss, it's all about, it's a math game. It truly is numbers. But it isn't really, is it? There's emotion, there's trauma, there's comfort eating, there's habits, there's a lot of stuff we got to get over, truly. That's why I coach. And that's why I want communication. I ask my clients, please just communicate with me anytime. I don't care how stupid it is. Because I need them to trust me. That's the most important thing to me. And I need them to listen to one voice, mine. Because you're going to have your well-meaning friend offering you advice. And you're going to have, read an article by a journalist. What you don't know is these fads, they're planned 6 months in advance. I was sponsored for 12 years, around about there. And it wasn't for my good looks, you know what I mean? Let's not kid. I've been on Talk 702 and Cape Talk, talking about certain issues a few times. And it's like, I used to design the supplements, I used to research, I used to write articles. But when I walked into that room, read out with the CEO, very large company, and I said to him, look, I don't need you. I don't need the sponsorship at all. And I said, I will not promote a supplement that does not have enough research behind it. or a magnitude of effect. If I design a supplement for you, let's say ubiquinol, I know it works at 200 milligrams. Let's say something ashwagandha. Recommended dose is 250 to 300 milligrams, taken twice a day, 600 milligrams a day. For an athlete, 1,000 milligrams a day. Now they've got these damn formulas that where you just take like one a day, but there's no research to suggest that it lasts that long. So I still prefer dividing it up. Anyway, how do they trick you? You look at the powder. When we dose something, I look at the research study and I look at what was the dose? It's the root extract. So look at the back of the bottle, and in the fine print, it'll say root extract, 250. Boom. Okay. Fish oils. The next kick starts about inflammation and all of that. Like stress, we need stress to survive. Without stress, we die. Too much stress, we die. Inflammation is much the same. So that'll be the next one, because as I said, I want everything to be different. I've got one where, I've got people who just want to be on a treadmill because they're too scared to be in the weight section, but they really need to be there. And I want to take them over 8 weeks and build them the confidence there. Take them to the machines where it's quiet, get some resistance going, and eventually get them into the free weight section. That's the goal. How well that one's going to sell, I'll probably have like 3 clients. But hey, I always said I'll keep these groups small. So that is how I'm looking at maintenance at the moment. Yes, I'm going to give you your numbers. I'm going to say you 140, whatever, maintain. For Jamie, sorry, I can't give you your maintenance. I'm going to tell you what it is on a normal day, but yours changes so wildly that there's a massive influence. And that's why I say to like everybody that diets down, please diet down the way that you are going to maintain it. If you train 7 days a week, 2 hours of cardio, 1 hour weights to lose the weight, and then you want to maintain that loss, but you want to eat the same, not happening. So that's why my diet is, my training is realistic. Say to yourself, like self-reflect in that journal and go, kids, I've got to spend time with the wife. I can do 3 days resistance. I can do 3 days of 20 to 30 minutes of less cardio. I didn't say HIIT because weight training is already HIIT. And like I've designed my own tempo training now, and I actually did it with a good mate of mine who wrote a journal on hybrid training. Anyway, I probably mentioned that already, and it's fantastic. So when I join the Lone Gunner 2026, I'm be really, really fit. I'm just not going to know how to probably shoot a gun. I'm aiming at the wrong person. Anyway, so yeah, unless you've got a specialized sport, if you're just a general person, like most of us, you say to yourself, okay, I only have to gym 2 to 3 times a week. That's enough. Now you've sorted out bone health because you're loading the bones and they're warping. Okay. I eat a nutritious diet, but I also have a bit of other. I have a glass of wine, whatever. Fine. I just want those 16,000 calories. Thank you. And during the course of your day, so I'm talking from when you wake up to you go to bed, aim for 8,000 steps a day. Okay? Now, I've weighed over 130 kilos. So I know where this is coming from. If you're obese and your feet hurt and so on, and you do 2,000 steps a day, I don't say go 2,000 and I want you to do 8,000 tomorrow. I want you to go for the next week, I'm going to do 2,500. And the next week, I'm going to aim for 2,750 to 3,000. Your feet are going to hurt a little bit, but they're not going to hurt so much that you don't want to ever do it again. Same goes for training. When I set a training program down, you walk into the gym, you're all amped up, you do the warm-up, you do the first exercise, and you go, oh no, I'm not finishing this workout. I know I did it when I tried to go back to gym a few months ago. So just do what you can, rock up, because it's a routine we're after. Then that'll become the warm-up. Then that'll become the first couple of exercises, and before you know it, you're doing the full routine. It's fine. Rock up. So now you've got a realistic training program. You've got a realistic cardiovascular heart program. What else defines health? Get hydrated. Okay, so you're going to wake up in the morning. I know, disgusting. Whatever. Cry me a river. No, don't, because you're going to lose water. The hydration tells your body to hold onto the fluid, because if you just drink water and pee it out, you dehydrate yourself further. I know, I've had to call an ambulance to come fetch me. So start your day off on the right foot. And then you got, I was Craig tells me to go and get 3 to 5 minutes of sunshine. Like, what, does you go and like smoke a joint during that time? No, I don't drink or smoke a joint. So that is your circadian rhythm. It's your internal clock that drives. I won't get into parasympathetic and sympathetic parts of the body, but let's just say sun sets your internal clock, which is actually 24 hours, 14 minutes, not 24 hours. Quite an interesting subject. So real sun. And if it's cloudy, you go, well, there's no sun, it's cloudy. And then also, I'm sorry, but is it cloudy or is it nighttime outside? Can you tell the difference? No, it's cloudy. Go get your 3 minutes. And I don't mean putting your arm out your car when you drive your kids to school. Okay. Because that signals your brain. And I've written a whole article. I wonder if I can bore you further. Share the screen. I hope I don't go to like some porn thing or something. No, I don't watch porn, don't I don't know. Share. Oh, oops. Yeah, wasn't that one. But anyway, I was busy with a massive article on sleep and the hormones involved and so on. And I was busy with another one with menstrual cycle, and another one with all the new drugs that are coming out. But it shows you how your drugs, how your adenosine triphosphate when melatonin in sleep. It's quite complex. But let's just say what you do in the morning will affect how well
It's
you
20
sleep
hours.
at night. Okay. And I can't tell you how important sleep is. I can't. And I know I can hear you, Lundy, screaming at me already. And I love you to bits, but find it, half an hour. You've got to be aiming for 7. You know this, I'll sleep when I'm dead, and I'm working most of those oaks start early. So please get your sleep, 7 hours minimum. When we do study, sleep deprivation starts at 6. Most of you aren't getting that. I'd love to take you through the sleep cycle. I think it's the most fascinating subject. Like, what happens during your 5 cycles of REM? This is when you deal with emotions, this is when you deal with your physical repair, and this is where you deal with your knowledge. It's like, wow. I don't know, maybe I'm just like a total nerd, but really, it's really cool. I've really, really enjoyed having you on this kickstart with me. And just me. Turing and Peter. And I did have an assistant who I was going to mentor, who was going to do slides for me and whatever. Didn't post once. So, sorry. But she'll be good one day. She just qualified as MNU, a bit of experience. I just don't think I inspire many people. I'm not the most energetic person on earth. So, yeah. I'm going to be doing the next one, and I'm going to be packaging better and better. More of this. More of Q&As. More podcasts. Yes, I started a podcast, and it's called Beyond the Calories. Beyond the Calorie. And search for Sandra Hope, stage 4 cancer. And you'll see the interview that I did with her. It was far better than what was posted on there. But we had to edit a lot of my bullshit out in the beginning, kind of like how I speak now. So the editing's really bad in the beginning, but we'll make mistakes, and I feel really bad because she deserves better than that. But just to give you a background, 6 months, 10 years ago, she called me and said, I've got 6 months to live. Will I coach her? I started crying. I didn't know what to do. Because I care. Even about all of you. And I don't know you from Borislow. Well, some of you I do, sadly. Peter, Mariska, Gandhi. Candice, get me a booking one. Don't go, please. Jamie, teach me how to be a triathlete with half a knee. Yeah, I've really, really, really enjoyed it. I'm really going to try and do better because I do charge, but I don't make kickbacks on supplements. I don't. If you read the amount of value that is in one post that I give, I can condense an 18-month course into one post, one video. If you just ask, I'll make a video on it for you in a second. I want to do it. I want to get more comfortable at it. My podcast is going to be about everybody. It's like, Peter, I want to interview you. I want to know your life as a vet and getting knocked out every week in jiu-jitsu or whatever that you want me to do. Claire, I want to interview you. Both of you, both of Claire. What's it like being the instructor on No? What's it like, Claire, on your journey? Because I thought your photographs were freaking impressive. Mariska, how does it feel being so stubborn and not to listen to them? Because you have done so exceptionally well. I want to interview everybody. The pros, I've got them lined up. But I want the everyday people. What's your holdup? What's stopping you? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of failure? Most of you are afraid of success. It's like, what then? I've got all these demons now, and I've got this to blame it on. And then you get rid of that, and those demons remain. Best piece of advice I can give you is never walk around your demon. Walk through it. And just come out the other end. You'll never worry about it again. So, I hope I haven't talked for an hour, and this actually recorded audio. Your last one didn't, and man, I thought it was magic. Really, I did, because it was, I don't know, I gave everything of myself. Like, seriously, like, one of those moments. So, any questions, get in the group, ask him, stop being shy, let me answer. And all those influencers that you follow, that you want to be, think for a second who coaches them. I will not say how many. I love you all, and please communicate. Give me reasons to make more of these, because apparently I need to get better at social media. And, well, I suck. But it's a start, and thank you for helping me start.